shoulder. Before, just like that, he would steal him away entirely, the two vanishing from Black's sights. What? Where did he go now? As left perplexed, just like the first time Trunks escaped his grasp, Black would be left frozen, still wondering why Gohan's energy signature had completely vanished and how. But now, in the far outreaches of a mysterious space, several divine planets would now be in view. Where is he? Where? As abruptly the serenity and peace would be dropped when Gohan would land alone in a grassy field and instantly continue his battle mode, looking side to side rapidly for Black like he was still there. Wait, this isn't... And it wouldn't be long before his primal nature would begin to calm, and he would realize what would have just happened. You guys! And his eyes would then widen when finally he would see who else was here, staring forward as... Kibito Kai! Old Kai! As right in front of Gohan would be two of the most important figures from the previous Buu saga, the fusion of Kibito and Shin, and the ancient Kai that escaped from the Z-Sword. You can calm down, Gohan. You're safe now. It's just us. Black won't be able to find this place. Yes, that whippersnapper might appear to be a Kai, but only in his universe. You'll be fine here. Huh? Black? But why? Why did you? As Gohan now continuing to lower his guard, would then suddenly give in completely, returning back to base as his red eyes of rage would vanish and he would be left questioning calmly. If you've taken me here, who's protecting Earth now? Don't tell me you just made me run away, Kibito Kai! You didn't run away, Gohan. You've just come here to regroup. Things weren't going well. We need a plan, and that's why we're here. What? No, Kibito Kai! That guy is going to annihilate everyone on Earth! He already killed my family! He already killed Dad, Vegeta, Trunks! I'm all that's left to save Earth! You need to take me back! You're not strong enough, Gohan. We'd be taking you back just to die with them. And you know that. As sharply, Old Kai would then intervene with a dead serious tone and voice, bringing reality back to the situation. And Gohan's response would be one of acceptance, looking at the ground forlorn as he would mumble back, I know that, but it doesn't matter. I still have to try, just like Dad did, like the rest did. They gave it their all, even if they were going to lose. I have to do the same. Gohan, your dad did give everything he had. He and Vegeta used their strongest forms, and it wasn't enough. But you, Gohan, you unlocked a form right there and then, through your rage and anger. A power that surprised everyone. And that's because not even you know when you've truly given your all. In essence, your potential is still not unlocked. Huh? My potential? But... As Gohan understandably would be confused on hearing this, letting out, But Old Kai, when you sat me down for all that time and did that ceremony back then, you told me it was to unlock my hidden potential. It worked, didn't it? To which the Old Guy would then respond, Clearly it didn't. If one's full potential is fully unlocked, it should mean they have reached their limit. There should not be any way to get stronger from that point. But you've proven it wrong. In hindsight, with the situation at hand and how little time we had with Boo's progression, I may have finished prematurely, giving you just enough strength to win, which you would have had you not been so cocky. But now I know, if I really had gone the whole way, I could have, but not without which you would have had you not been so cocky. But now I know, if I really had gone the whole way, I could have, but not without consequence. Consequence? What do you mean? This final ominous statement leaving Gohan questioning until... If I really bring out your full potential, young Gohan, the consequence will be my death. A Kai would die in exchange for bringing out a power this large, in a mortal no less. How ironic. What? You die? No, I don't want that. I don't want to be responsible for you dying. The reaction from Gohan being one of disapproval, while Kibito Kai would just remain silent, almost as if he had accepted the Elder Kai's decision. And before long, a pair of feet would then begin walking in response. As Old Kai, now walking past Gohan into the distance, would look behind and say, "Come, Gohan. This old man has lived long enough, child. In truth, I miss my slumber in the Z-Sword. Let me do one last thing of note before I go, and create a hero to save not only his world, but his entire universe one day." Old Kai, are you sure? As Gohan turning his head now, knowing he wouldn't be able to convince the elderly deity any different, would just question him one last time. The ultimate sacrifice, but perhaps the only way Gohan could save anybody from Black. But talking of Black, back on Earth, Gohan Black would remain alone on a now entirely destroyed Orange City. It's been a whole day! I refuse to believe this damn mortal is successfully hiding from me. Could it be he too managed to escape to another timeline like Trunks? There's no way! The machine is destroyed! But his frustration would soon be interrupted when he would begin sensing the arrival of two power levels, one of which was extremely familiar to him. Over there! So you're back! As looking to the sky up above, two warriors would suddenly indeed appear. There he is. I can't believe he looks just like me. How offensive. I hope Videl and Pan didn't get to see him before he did what he did. Don't worry, Gohan, they didn't. As revealed up top would of course be Gohan and Kibito Kai, the Saiyan now back to full health and back to his senses, looking down calmly, as the Kai would then say, "I leave this all up to you now. Don't hold Old Kai's death over you, Gohan. This is what he would have wanted. I know you won't let him down." To which Gohan, smiling, would begin extending his hand saying, "Thank you for everything, both of you. I'll finish this here, I promise." The two would then handshake, the Supreme Kai completely believing in the Saiyan, before he too would vanish, leaving Gohan to fend for himself. Black, I believe you've been looking for me. So let's hear what you have to say. These will be your final words. As staring down coldly with complete confidence, it would seem Kibito Kai would be right to have his belief. But it would be at this point that Black would then say his most callous line. I believe I have been. I couldn't leave this timeline without knowing I eliminated all you damn Saiyans. I see your eyes aren't red anymore. What's changed? Calm down. You must have forgot. I killed your wife and child. No, I haven't! As the second Gohan would hear this, his true mortal rage would trigger again, instantly sending him into a power-up, but this time, one he was doing on purpose, as bolts of lightning would spontaneously erupt all around him. And outstretching his arms, Gohan would give into his latent powers, his body undergoing a change unlike any other, as his hair would now begin to flash from black to white, and the whites of his eyes would turn from white to an abyss-like black. Subarashi! You can power up at will now, mastered in only a day. How impressive, Gohan! You remind me of... But the naive Black would just clap and clap, enjoying the spectacle, thinking more about himself than what power Gohan was tapping into. Literally just standing there, as up above Gohan's aura would just get larger and larger, commanding more and more thunder and lightning. But as Gohan would now begin reaching the completion of his transformation, his now fully white hair would grow out wildly, while white fur would then emerge from all his pores, along with a white Saiyan tail that spontaneously sprouted. Huh? Hold on! But only when it would reach this completion would Black begin changing his tune, muttering, "This isn't the same as before. He didn't just master it in a day, but ascended? What is this form?" As now up in the air, Gohan's aura would explode outwards into a sky-covering flash of thunder. And when finished, floating in his all-new form, he would be a man of little words, completely unrecognizable to the Gohan we once knew. He would initially just stare down at his prey with his now glowing red demonic eyes. Well, bring it on then. I've warned so many of you types not to push me like this, but you never learn. Death won't bring Videl or Pan back, but at least it will save anyone having to see that disgusting face of yours. You mean the face that's yours? Big talk, my furry twin, but you forget, it is I who possesses the power of a god! As Black, refusing to care, would just instantly transform back into his ultra ego state. Enough of your blasphemy! I'll allow you to rejoin your family now! And just like that, Black would rush straight to Gohan. Oh Kai, seems you succeeded. But the second Black would reach Gohan and he would swipe his fist fully, At the very last possible second, he would be met with nothing, with Gohan vanishing and... What the? Get off of me! With the smoothest of movements, Black would feel in slow motion Gohan's arms moving around his skull, until ultimately he would be trapped between Gohan's hands, holding him in a lock, as Gohan's face would remain completely emotionless in contrast to Black's panic. But Black would soon begin giggling anyway, letting out, "Nice move! But what is this going to achieve? Maybe you didn't get the memo, but any damage I receive in this form will only make me stronger. Let go and try to finish me with a Kamehameha, like you did with Cell. That's the only way. I'm disappearing, you damn Saiyan." But Gohan, still maintaining his stoic look, would just reply, "That's interesting, but I didn't ask, and I'm not trying to damage you either." This was to kill you. As unbelievably, with extreme precision, effortlessly, Gohan would snap Black's neck, spinning it 360 degrees in an instant and in one single move. The giggles of Black ended abruptly, as just like that, his silent body would then fall to the ground with a crash. And as Gohan would descend behind him, clearly, Black would be dead. No games, no joking around, just dead instantly. This version of Gohan was not the cocky self he was against Cell nor Boo. This version of Gohan finished the job he was given. And now, looking at his own fist, all Gohan could say was, "This is the power I always had. So Dad was right all along. Now, even you, Black, seem like a worm to me. What do I even do with this power? How can I use it to bring everyone back?" But this view of Gohan would then move further out, the entire scene seemingly being watched through what looks like a cloud. But as the scene would move more into the distance, among the smoke, a spiky-haired figure would watch until revealing himself as... Wow! Just wow! I can hardly believe my eyes. After all these years, a true demon has finally arrived in the mortal realm. A descendant of royalty, and stronger than even a devil. I can't remember the last time this happened. Seems Zeus really is losing his way to allow this. Pitiful elder gods. The time of the 7 princes of hell may be sooner than I expected. And perhaps this boy will be the key.
But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag